Hello, my name is Jamie and welcome back to the channel. Unlike any other channel that showcases Pokemon Go PvP content, my channel exclusively showcases Shadow Pokemon. So if you're into that type of content, I'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe.
So let's get into today's video. Finally on the channel, we can finally feature XL Shadow Skuntank. This is a Pokemon I've been wanting to feature on the channel since the XL system came out. I've been trying to obtain the XL candies and I'm still 235 short, so my battles will be reaching the channel in about season 110. However, Angel DWK has been kind enough to submit us the content that I've really wanted to see. He's running a double poison strategy with Nidoqueen, and we have got channel favourite Shadow Gliscor in the lead. I absolutely cannot wait to get into these battles, as I think Skuntank has great coverage on the meta, handling both Cresselia, Giratina, and all the stupid Charmers that I absolutely fucking hate. So without any further ado, let's get right into the battles. And in game 1, we pick up a fairly neutral lead, Shadow Gliscor into Jellicent. As it's on Hex, I highly doubt they do have Ice Beam. They're probably on Bubble Beam. We can hit 4 super effective damage with these Night Slashes, and obviously we have a chance to boost. The opponent has farmed up a bucket load of energy, and we are calling the bait. The opponent does just go Bubble Beam. It is super effective, but let's not kid ourselves. Bubble Beam is an absolute fucking garbage move. We draw a shield from the Jellicent and we now switch out into this Skuntank. We don't have to fear anything here. This will just be a Bubble Beam. Our Shadow Ball would be resisted, and now they make a swap into Machamp. You can see that Angel is running Sludge Bomb. I would have went for Flamethrower, but Sludge Bomb does get stabbed and it does huge damage to this Machamp. Machamp is firing a cross shot. We choose to no shield. Does the Skuntank survive? Skunk does survive and it makes a crunch. So Shadow Skuntank looks to have really good bulk as well as a great moveset. We actually flip this matchup. We're still at a shield advantage. We've took out the Machamp and we're going to come back in with Gliscor. Once again, calling the bait. Fuck my life, this opponent loves to bait. Surely this will be the Shadow Ball. And yet another Bubble Beam. So now we do make a switch out. In the back is a Charmer. You might think that Charmer was safe as you saw one Poison type. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Meet Poison type number 2 and the opponent leaves the match and we're off to a 1-0 start. Moving on into the next battle, we see the battle of the Flyers, Shadow Gliscor versus Crobat. They sneak a wing attack. However, Crobat does have to go all the way to a Shadow Ball to do any meaningful damage, as due to our ground type we do resist Poison Fang. Once again, we are calling the bait. The Poison Fang was a bait, and my gosh, that did absolutely fuck all. Gliscor gets to a second Night Slash. We draw a shield. We now switch out into the Skunk. Once again, they can only hit us for resisted, as our Poison Dark type resists all moves from Crobat. They meet us with a Swampert. Crunch lands and does huge damage. The opponent is going to have to go for an Earthquake to take us out, judging by the bulk from the first battle. And once again, Skuntank's bulk comes through. We make a second crunch, so despite us having unfavourable typing, our Poison Jabs are resisted, whereas Swampert's Mud Shots were hitting for super effective. We did manage to gain a shield advantage. Unfortunately for us, we are going to have to probably double shield here, as our Nidoqueen absolutely doesn't want to see Swampert. That looks like the play we are going for. We are committing to the wing attack down. We just make it before they reach another Hydro Cannon, and we have a Night Slash ready to go for the returning Crobat. The Crobat lets it go. We now look to make a snipe with the Nidoqueen. We're unable to snipe. We're going to have to eat a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball lands. It does fairly big damage. However, they switch out into a Togekiss, and despite us being at half health, this Togekiss is going to get absolutely wrecked. And we manage to farm down. We've got a Poison Fang ready for 1 HP Crobat, but the opponent decides they'd much rather quit the match. That's 2 for 2 top lefts, and we're moving on into battle number 3. So you will notice, after seeing Swampert in that last battle, Angel has switched up and we do actually have Gyarados. However, I haven't changed the graphic on the left, as it's the only battle that has Gyarados. We go back to Nidoqueen after this. So we pick up a kind of neutral lead against Charizard. Wing attacks and Night Slashes would hit for neutral. The Charizard switched out into a Walrus. We threw the Hail Mary Earthquake and they shield it up. So we are going to get to this crunch. Crunch will do decent damage to the Walrus. Walrus lets it go. As there's such low health, Angel is choosing to commit the shield in case they go for the Hail Mary Earthquake. We correctly shield an Earthquake. We are now out of shields, but we do manage to Poison Jab down. Should the Charizard return, we're only one Poison Jab away from a crunch. So we get the Poison Jab off. Crunch coming through. Crunch draws the shield. They are going to need to blast burn us to take us out, as Dragon Claw definitely would not KO from this range. The opponent smartly goes for the nuke. Our Skuntank gets taken out, and in the back they have a Poliwrath. Poliwrath Gyarados is a pretty boring neutral matchup. We hit for neutral with our Dragon Breaths. However, charge moves from Poliwrath can hit us for neutral if they're on Ice Punch, and Mud Shots are resisted. So it's a really long, drawn-out battle. We switch out into Gliscor. I imagine we are just going to sack it. If they're on Scald, this will KO. They are running Scald, so down goes the Gliscor. We now are looking to commit to the farm down. If they're on Scald, I highly doubt they have Ice Punch. Scald doesn't take us out. We Dragon Breath down, and this Aqua Tail should be more than enough to take out the Charizard. So Gyarados, making its one appearance, puts in some work, and we're off to a 3-0 start. So we have now reverted back to the double poison strat, and we see a Talonflame, the Kentucky Fried Chicken Bird of Death, in the lead. And this really isn't a great matchup for Gliscors. We don't get stabbed off these Night Slashes. The opponent actually shields the first one up, and we are going to match shields in case they go for the bird and dip. We do correctly shield a Brave Bird, and they switch out into Mewtwo. And my gosh, Skuntank is about to have a feast. Confusions are single resisted by the Skunk. Poison Jabs hit for neutral, and holy crap, that Crunch almost one-shot. And Armor Mewtwo is an absolute tank. Once again, super impressed by the bulk of Skuntank. We tank that Dynamic Punch like a champ. Dynamic Punch does hit really hard, but Skuntank didn't give a fuck. Back out comes Talonflame. We draw the opponent's last shield with the Crunch. These Poison Jabs have now got it down to around half health. Are we going to respect the potential Brave Bird? Once again, we shield it up. The opponent isn't baiting. They go straight for the bird, and they dip into Snorlax. We fire off this Night Slash, and we get the boost. Holy shit. If we can make an Earthquake, we are going to survive this Body Slam. If we can outpace to the Earthquake, Earthquake is absolutely going to one-shot this Snorlax. We do outpace. Earthquake coming through. Sorry, Fatty, you are a channel favourite, but get fucking wrecked. We now switch out into the Nidoqueen. All we have to do is make this Poison Fang. Poison Fang should be enough to KO. It doesn't actually KO, but one more Poison Jab is enough to take that game. Love seeing the boost on Gliscor, and my gosh, Earthquake from a boosted Gliscor is no joke. Moving on into the 5th and final battle of the video. We see Obstagoon in the lead. This is a neutral matchup, despite our wing attacks hitting for neutral, as they aren't actually a fighter. We have to go all the way to an Earthquake to do any meaningful damage. They would resist. Night Slash, we go straight for the nuke of Earthquake. It lands, it gets Obstagoon deep into the red. We can now no shield this Night Slash and commit to the wing attack down. The opponent comes in with Articuno. We choose to switch out, banking that Night Slash, and we bring in the Skunk. Skuntank is going to tank this Icy Wind. It gets us into the yellow, and they meet us with a Swampert. This is going to be tricky, as we have two poison types and a low health Gliscor. The first Crunch does draw a shield. We CMP tie on the second one. We are choosing to burn a shield to get some chip damage off. So Crunch, even debuffed, should still do decent damage from a Shadow. Let's see how much it does. It gets Swampert into the yellow. We really hope the opponent froze. Luckily for us, they do not commit to the farm down. They're fearful of tanking another Crunch. Hydro Cannon lands. We have a Night Slash locked and loaded. However, I don't think Night Slash will KO from this health. The opponent chooses to shield it up, and they actually make a great swap once again into the Articuno. So Night Slash lands on the Articuno, and now it's up to Nidoqueen. Can Nidoqueen up a shield manage to clutch up this game? We're no shield in the Icy Wind. Icy Wind gets us now deep into the red. We fire back with a Poison Fang. Can we farm them down? We do manage to farm down. We have a Poison Fang locked and loaded. Is this going to be enough to take out the low health Swampert? No, it isn't. We get farmed down. Back out comes Gliscor. We are resisting Mud Shots due to our flying typing. We shield up the Hydro Cannon, and we wing attack down with 1 HP and a Dream. Really impressive. Final battle there. Saving the shield was the win con, and he played it out perfectly. So Shadow Skuntank, holy crap, I'm impressed with this thing. I'm still pretty annoyed that I'm 235 XLs away from building one, but when I finally get it, I am absolutely going to be running that thing. Great showcase from Angel. Just like to say thanks for the battle submission. If you'd also like to see your triple shadow battles featured on the channel, link down below. And I'd just like to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.